Reflecting what many people have said about the current U.S. relationship with the Kurdish forces in northern Syria, it has now been announced by the YPG that the United States intends to build more permanent military bases inside of the country. And in fact, it has been stated that the United States will remain in the country past the actual expiration of ISIS, and that it has interests in the country beyond just merely defeating ISIS. The U.S.-backed Syrian Democratic Forces, an alliance of militias dominated by the Kurdish YPG, believes that the United States has a strategic interest in staying on, SDF spokesman Talal Silo told Reuters. They have a strategy policy for decades to come. There will be military, economic, and political agreements in the long term between the leadership of the northern areas of Syria and the U.S. administration. Now, this U.S.-led coalition has deployed forces at several locations, particularly in northern Syria, including an air base near Kobani. Now, it has supported the SDF with airstrikes, artillery, and special forces on the ground. Interesting to note, Silo also said the Americans have strategic interests here after the end of Daesh. So this is pretty much what I and many other people also suspected, that the United States was in Syria and supporting the Kurds more than just some kind of notion of wanting Kurdish independence, which is not what the United States was after. But in fact, they were using the Kurds to carve up of Syria for the benefit of U.S. imperialism in order to weaken the Syrian government, especially now that the U.S. has withdrawn financial support for the so-called rebels inside of Syria. If this was about defeating ISIS, then why would they just admit that they have interests there other than ISIS, and they intend to be there even decades after ISIS has been defeated? The point is, the United States is going to use the Kurds to carve up the country, and this is an outright admission of that. Even the Kurds themselves are admitting that the U.S. has interests other than defeating ISIS. Why would Kurdish independence really mean that much to the United States? It doesn't. The United States has never cared about Kurdish independence. They're using them to carve up Syria for the purposes of weakening it. And this is just another tremendous, this is a huge example of that. And this is something that I had said, almost a year ago. The kind of thing that I said was coming. And then I was just attacked with, oh, you're being reactionary, blah, 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 solidarity forever kind of thing. But this just keeps proving what I was saying right. More so than I had previously, and people are now going to have to accept the fact that the Kurds are actually selling out to U.S. imperialism.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.